Hey, Clarity family, welcome to your reading. This is How Does He View You Right Now? Now, we're going to dive into this reading, but before we do, I'd like you to take a moment and meditate here on the three cards and just pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This is card one with the rose quartz crystal, card two, the turquoise crystal, and card three, the green aventurine. All right, so let's get straight into your reading. All right, Clarity family, pile one, welcome to your reading. As you know how we do it around here, we don't sugarcoat anything, okay? Your energy pulled you here straight into this pile for a reason. You were drawn to the rose quartz crystal and the shapeshifter card, okay? Baby, that already says a lot. Let me tell you off top. He sees you transforming in ways that he did not expect. It's like you went from, do you need anything, to, I don't even answer block numbers anymore. Okay. Now, this shapeshifter energy, you flip the script on him. Okay. Now, you used to bend, accommodate, and dim yourself to keep the peace. And now you are the peace. And he's the one disturbed. Okay. So this is the thing. He thought he knew you, but the version of you he's watching now, that's the magical, multi-dimensional, oh, she really glowed up version. Okay. And it's given, I'll never be that soft for you again. Right? So let's be real. You reclaimed your energy and he felt that cut off like a cord. So you are not asking for attention. You're commanding it. All right. And the wild part is you're not even doing the most. You just started doing you. Now, this man is watching you like, damn, she shape shifted into her power and left my little comfort zone looking like a cage. Oh, yeah, honey, he feels it. He feels it. So, this is the thing. He is realizing the version of him you loved, right? And that was a version that you saw potential in and not proof. And that's what's messing with his head right now. Okay, so this ain't just the glow up, this is a soul switch. He saw the soft and sacred side of you before, right? But now he sees that fire, that edge, that don't call me unless you healed side. All right. So yeah, honey, you went from I hope he chooses me to I choose peace. And that shift, oh baby, it is louder than any text he never sent. Okay. Now listen, we are going to go ahead and see what his energy is really hitting for right now. Because if you shape shifted, best believe his whole nervous system felt that wave. And I'm going to go ahead and pull your next card. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere, because at the end of this reading, I'm going to give you the total energetic frequency on this man, what's real, what's not, and whether this connection is evolving, or if he is just like, if he just got left in the energetic dust. Okay, so stay with me. Let's do this. All right, let's see what the energy is coming through. Thank you, Spirit. You got the Maiden. I'm going to go ahead and pull another card, and we'll read the energies together. And you also have the Sun. Now, the Sun rules over the Father, and it also rules over Leo. Okay, but I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm picking up here. Okay, we're going to start with the Maiden energy. Okay, so Listen, this man is shook, okay, because he is now realizing that you were not that you were not just shape-shifting, you were rebirthing, okay? And the maiden isn't just soft, she's new, she's untouched by the old story. She's radiant, intuitive, unbothered, and dangerous in her stillness. This man is looking at you like, wait, did I ever really know her? Or was I just entertaining her shadow while she was still healing? Okay? Because the version of you he sees now, she ain't explaining herself. She's glowing. Okay? And here is what's wild. The maiden shows up after you cut ties with the version of you that chased validation. You don't chase, you magnetize. He's not looking at you with the same eyes anymore. He's watching you like someone who realizes he fumbled a portal. Okay? You are the beginning and the upgrade all in one. And you are giving, I don't need closure. Your absence was the confirmation. So let's go deeper because, honey, you didn't just pull the maiden, you pulled the sun. And now we're about to get real, okay? Because the sun, it rules over Leo, over the father, over raw, unapologetic truth. So what is this man seeing now? Oh, he sees you in your prime timeline. Your light is not asking for permission anymore. You are not peeking around to see who supports you. You are the source. And here's what's really hitting him. He's saying, like, I used to be the center of her attention. And now I'm not even sure I'm in her orbit. Let me say it again for the ones in the back. You became the sun, and the people who once tried to dim you, they are either burning, trying to reach you, or stuck watching from the shade. And baby, this man, he's sweating. He is sweating, okay? Because he didn't expect you to rise like this. To be both the maiden and the sun. That's divine feminine in her rawest power. You're soft, sweet, untouchable, and fully aware of your worth. This ain't no prove your love story anymore. It's a can you hold the radiance of who I am now energy. Now, I'm going to be real with you. We're not done, okay? Not even close, because I'm about to pull a few more cards. To be exact, you have, let's see, 4 cards to go before your final energetic summary, okay? And it's going to tell us everything, how he plans to move, what he fears, and whether he's about to step up or get left in that silent regret. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your next card. Right. Okay, what is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what is coming through. I hid who I really am from you. So it looks like somebody's been wearing a mask and you snatched it off. But I'm going to tell you how this energy is flowing. Listen, secrets, lies, betrayal. Okay. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm hearing um now he wants to admit, right? It's like now he want to admit that you've been the one calling his soul out while he's been out here fronting like he's unbothered. Okay? But let me break it down. That phrase, that confession energy, that you saw the truth in me before I did type of ache. And the reason you're hearing it now is because energetically you snatched the mask off, clean off. And here's what's really crazy. He knows you see through him, like X-ray vision see through. All the little ego tricks, the avoidance, the performance, baby, you saw it for what it was, and he knows it. You cracked his character arc wide open. Okay? You said, you can't impress me with surface energy. I read souls. I read silence. I read the way your energy changed when I stopped pouring into you. Secrets, lies, performance. That is what's all unraveling here, okay? And honey, it ain't cute anymore. It's not cute no more. Because while he was playing tug of war with your intuition, you let go of the rope. And now what's left? Honey, just the man standing there with nothing but his truth and no more excuses to hide behind. And here's the kicker. He did not expect this to be exposed. He thought that he could keep performing the role you once loved. But now he is realizing she doesn't want the version of me I rehearsed. She wants the version of me I buried. And the question is, can he even get there? Because I'm telling you right now, he is either going to strip it all down, and he's either going to strip it all down and show up soul first, or he's going to fold under the pressure of being truly seen. And you are no longer sitting in the dark hoping he tells you the truth. You already know it. You already know it. Now listen, I'm pulling your next card because we're not stopping here, okay? We're going to see what this exposure is activating in him. Is he really ready to face the music? Or is he about to ghost and pretend like you never happened? Don't go anywhere. This next card, it's unraveling. And the deeper we go, the more we see what this man is really made of. Let's do it. All right. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see here. What is the energy coming through? The scribe. Scribe. Altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. Honey. Listen, I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up. And this is juicy. Okay. This is not just about writing. It's not just about writing. This is about truth telling. This is about your voice holding more weight than his ego could carry. So let me tell you exactly what I'm picking up here. This man, he altered the story. He played revisionist history with this connection, trying to make himself the victim or the hero, depending on the audience. And some of y'all even plagiarized your light, your style, your words, your vibe. He ran with it like it was his. But the truth, yeah, for some of y'all, he even plagiarized your light, your style, your words. He did that. But your energy is copyrighted by the divine. You are the original. And he's realizing he can't duplicate what he couldn't respect. So, honey, yeah, you gave him the real, you gave him sacred, and instead of rising to match you, he scribbled his version of the truth in pencil, praying nobody would see the eraser marks. But guess what? You see them. You feel where the truth skips beats. You hear where his words don't align with his soul. And now you're not calling it out. You're letting it reveal itself. And here's what's wild. He knows your story holds power. You don't have to expose him. You don't have to retaliate. Your healing, your presence, your stillness. It tells the real story louder than any explanation ever could. Okay? And the fear that's bubbling up in him now, it's not just regret. It's recognition. That's what's bubbling up. He's saying she could write the truth and the whole world would finally see who I really was to her. But here's where it gets even deeper. He already knows you're not petty. You could destroy him with one post, one conversation, one soul-led truth, but you won't. Why? Because you already won. And you're not in the business of burning bridges you already walked away from. But make no mistake, he's feeling the weight of your silence, because silence from a woman who knows the whole story, that's louder than a clapback. Okay, now listen, we got more to uncover, because what I want you to know is this. What is his feeling behind the performance, behind the silence, the projection, the avoidance? What's really going on inside of him? All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull your next card in trust. This one's going to show us exactly where his fear is hiding. And stay with me. You don't want to miss what's coming. All right, so let's go ahead and pull your next card and see where this energy is headed. I'm telling you, it's heating up, right? Let's see. Okay, you have self-indulgence, and the card says focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. So this tells me that you have taken back your power. This person sees this, right? So he knows exactly what's going on with you, but I'm going to tell you his feelings about it, okay? So what I am picking up here is this. This card don't lie. This is, I don't care what you think. I care what I allow. Okay? This is you looking in the mirror and saying, I am the whole damn vibe. And I finally see it. Okay? So, but let me be all the way real. He sees it too. Loud, clear, and it's got him shook, okay? Because now he is watching you reclaim your timeline. Stop playing small. Stop waiting for him to grow and start pouring into you. Not half-hearted, not halfway, fully, okay? This ain't that fake self-care. This ain't that. Where you post a quote and cry in silence. No, this is you pulling your energy out of people pleasing, burning your old rule book, and stepping into the badass, magnetic, no longer available version of yourself. And the wild part is he thought you would circle back. He thought you would pause your healing to make room for his confusion. Okay? So that's what he thought. But guess what? That's not what happened. No, no, no. Give me a second. Let me organize your cards for a second. No. He thought you would pause your healing to make room for his confusion. But baby, you didn't just level up. You disconnected from the game entirely. So yeah, now he's out here feeling the silence, the glow, the upgrade, and he knows it's not a phase, okay? Because he is watching you dive into your rituals, your craft, your body, your light, and there's nothing performative about it because you're in your divine selfish era. And don't get it twisted. This ain't about revenge. It's about self-reclamation, okay? Because what hurts him most is it's not that you walked away, okay? It's not that. It's that you walked away and didn't look back. Why? Because you are too busy loving the version of you that no longer needs his validation. And let me say this clear. He sees you appreciating your own energy. And it makes him question why he ever thought, you needed his. So he have to question that. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, so listen, but we're not done because we are still going deeper. Because next up is we're about to find out exactly what this man plans to do, right? Because he sees you in your power. He sees the door closing. And now the question is, does he take a step forward or does he fold and fade into regret? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull your next card. Don't move, because after this card, we only got, let's see. Actually, this is the final card. I'm going to make this the final card, right? This is going to be your final card. After this final card, it's the full energetic frequency of this entire connection. All right, so let's go ahead and pull it. All right, look at that. Ace of Cups. New relationship. New emotional reset. This is water energy, okay? This is cup energy, representing the water zodiacs. New relationship, maybe a proposal, a marriage for you. This is what's in his mind when he thinks about you. Like, what is she really doing? Like, will she find someone that knows her value? Especially with this, the Ace of Cups following the self-indulgence card. It just really shows that this man knows that you know your value. And actually, he's pressed about you finding someone else that knows your value as well, that sees your worth. All right, but I'm going to tell you what I'm really picking up here. So, yeah. Okay, listen. It's new love. It's emotional reset, a fresh start, but with depth. And not just any cup, okay? This is the cup you used to offer him. But now you're pouring it back into you. And he sees it. He feels it. He is haunted by it, okay? Because let me tell you something about this card. It don't just mean new relationships. It means emotional availability. It means intimacy without fear. It means you are ready for the love you used to pray for because you finally see that you are the prize. And you want to know the wildest part? Listen, that's his biggest fear. Because he's sitting there thinking, what if she finds someone who actually sees her, loves her, worships her, and doesn't run when it gets deep? Right? Because now that he sees you in your self-indulgence era, your healing era, glow up, okay? Your glow, your boundaries. He knows that your energy is premium frequency only. And honey, he's thinking real hard now, okay? Did I just witness her become the woman another man's been praying for? Yeah, you did. Because this isn't a glow up for revenge, okay? It's a realignment for the future. And the Ace of Cups is not just floating out here on vibes, okay? It's an energetic contract. You are being prepared for someone who shows up without confusion, someone who doesn't need to be triggered into clarity, someone who says, I see your light, and I'm not afraid to love it out loud. And he knows that, okay? Oh, he knows. He knows. And so that's why he's pacing. That's why he's quiet. That's why he's watching in silence, wondering, did I just teach her how to love herself so deeply that she no longer needs me? Plot twist. Because yeah, the truth is this, you were always the ace. He just couldn't hold it. But somebody else might be ready to receive it like it's holy. And now, listen, that we have pulled every mask off, every feeling up front, and every secret into light, it's time. It's time. Okay? And I'm about to give you the full energetic frequency of this connection. What he truly feels, what his next move might be, and whether he's coming correct or forever stuck in silent regret. Okay? So don't go anywhere, because this final reveal, it is the one that sets you all the way free. All right? So let me just tune in. Thank you, Spirit. I want to give you everything. Here is your final energetic frequency. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right, love. Listen, let's breathe this in together, because this right here, this is the final energetic frequency of this connection. So Spirit is loud, okay? And we're not holding back, because here's the truth. He never stopped feeling you, not for a second, even in his silence, even in his distance. Even when he tried to fake that he was good, he's not good. He's not good. He's haunted. Haunted by your grace, your light, your ability to walk away with love instead of spite. See, he feels you like a song that won't turn off. And everywhere he goes, you're there. Not in form, but in frequency, right? But here's the shift. While he's sitting in memory, you're living in destiny. Because this entire connection, it was a mirror, a reflection of what you needed to see. Not to go back to him, okay? But to finally come back to you. You were the spark. He was the lesson. And now you're the fire. And let me be crystal clear. He knows your value. He knows your worth. And he knows that somebody out there is going to treat you like the walking answered prayer that you are. And that That's what's eating him alive. Because deep down, his biggest fear isn't losing you, it's being loved away. It's being you. It's his biggest fear is you being loved the way he never knew how to. So is she coming back? Maybe. But let's be real. That's not even the point anymore, right? Because the version of you he would need to meet now, she's no longer waiting. She's already walking in clarity, walking in power, walking in purpose, and maybe walking straight into the arms of someone who's already done the healing that he still resists. So here it is. This connection was cosmic, karmic, and cracked you wide open. Okay? But it did exactly what it needed to do. It returned you to your throne. And now the only thing left for you to do is to choose what's worthy to sit next to you. If this hit deep, you already know, don't keep it to yourself. Drop a comment, share it with someone who needs this clarity, and stay locked in because this energy, it's only going up from here. You deserve a love that sees you, honors you, and never makes you question your magic. And if you're ready for your personal birth chart reading or private energy session, the link is in the description. And until next time, stay rooted in your truth, stay radiant, stay unshakable. You are not waiting on love. You're not waiting on love. You are love. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Your energy draws you here to the turquoise crystal and the compass card. Let's talk about it. How does he view you right now? Let's get into this, y'all, because we're diving straight in, honey. No fluff, no sugarcoating, just real raw energy. And baby, this compass card is already telling on him. He sees you as someone who's no longer waiting, no longer wondering, and no longer confused, okay? You picked a direction, and he knows he ain't it. All right, he is not the direction. So this ain't the version of you that second guesses. This is main character energy. You turned inward and found your own North Star. And now he feels like he's somewhere spinning with no GPS, okay? So there's a silent panic here because when you stopped orbiting around him, his world got real quiet. And let me say this. Let me just say this real quick. You don't even look back the same. You are not watching his story. You're not throwing out breadcrumbs. You're on your way, okay? And he knows that you are not lost, but he is. So, baby, let me go ahead and pull your next card and stay locked in until the end of this reading because I'm going to give you the total energetic frequency of this connection and tell you what's really going on with this man behind the scenes. All right, so let's do it. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? You have the ring. All right. Oh, I'm picking up something huge with the ring card. Okay. And you also have Uranus. Okay. Uranus or Uranus, however you want to pronounce it. People pronounce it in different ways. But honey, this is the planet of revolutionary breakthroughs and brainstorming and awakening and technology. And I just mentioned his story, you know, the internet and stuff. So this is about freedom as well, experimentation, and, you know, lightning, diversity. Okay, and the planet Uranus, it rules over Aquarius. So, baby, you're looking at change and individuality as well as air energy. But we're going to start here with the ring. All right. And I want to tell you what I'm picking up. Okay, so, woo, okay, let's talk about it. You pull the ring, and baby, this ain't no casual energy. This is a contract, a soul tie, a promise made and broken. So whether he said it out loud or not, this man formed a bond with you that he still feels tethered to. Okay, so when he thinks about you, he doesn't just think about what was, he thinks about what was supposed to be. Okay, so yeah, there's guilt here. There is silent, it's a silent like what if. But deeper than that, there's unfinished soul business, okay? Because you were the one that he thought he had more time with. But what he didn't realize is that you are not on a loop. You are not sitting there replaying old scenes. You're writing a whole new story without him in the lead role. Okay, and the ring, honey, it's karmic, it's sacred. And so now it's heavy in his spirit because energetically you returned the ring, not physically, but vibrationally. And he can feel that release. So, and now here comes the lightning, okay? You also pulled Uranus, okay? Or Uranus. I even say it different ways all the time, you guys. So, and listen, like I said, people pronounce it different ways, but either way, this is the planet of divine disruption, breakthroughs, freedom, revolutions, and electricity, digital timelines, mental downloads, and emotional awakening. All right, so this ain't just about him watching you through a screen. This is about him finally realizing you were the download he couldn't decode. And now that he is locked out of your frequency, he is panicking. All right, so, honey, Uranus, like I said, rules Aquarius. And Aquarius energy, that air baby, it can't be held. It flows above emotion, above control. It's rebellious, unpredictable. It chooses liberation over comfort. So what's happening here is he is waking up to your uniqueness too late. Too late. Because you are not who you were. You evolved. You elevated. You became the version of you that he was never ready for. Okay, he was never ready for you. So let's go ahead and pull your next card. And stay with me because at the end of this reading, I am going to give you the full energetic frequency of this connection. And I promise it's going to tell you exactly what this man is going through behind the scenes. Okay, so let's do it. All right, thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what we have coming through. What is the energy? All right, so you got, I want you. Okay, he's saying, honey, I want you. All right, I'm gonna tell you, listen, this is interesting that this card would come through. But listen, this man is still craving you. And it's not just physically, though. You know what I'm saying? Not just physically. But yes, it's that too. But it's deeper now. It's layered, okay? It's desperate. It's spiritual. So this is obsession masked as desire. It's that late night scroll, that tightness in his chest when he sees you glow without him. He wants you, but not in the way he used to. Okay, so he doesn't want the version of you he had. He wants the version of you he can't access anymore. Okay, and that's the twist. You elevated, and now what he wants feels out of reach. You are no longer soft, confused, and waiting. You are in your knowing. You are magnetic, and he's shook by it. Okay, he's shook by it. So this card is pure admission. It's his higher self screaming what his pride can't say out loud. I still want her. I never stopped. But here's the catch. Wanting you now comes with a price. And deep down, he's not sure he can pay it. All right, so let me go ahead and pull your next card. And stay with me till the end because I'm going to break down this whole frequency. I'm going to break down the whole frequency and tell you the truth behind this man's emotions, his motives, and what's still locked in his energy field. All right, so let's do it. All right. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What do we have coming through? Storyteller, making up tales that harm others. Ooh. Okay. Is this what he out here doing? Do you know him to be this person? Power 2. Does he tell big lies? Well, Spirit brought it through. Okay. Spirit brought it through. So I'm going to tell you this. Listen. It's a storyteller, but yeah, so this is not the divine kind, okay? It's not the divine storyteller. We are talking about making up tales that harm others. Sis, be for real. You know this man's tongue don't tell the truth. His tongue don't tell the truth. The Spirit is calling it out boldly now because he didn't just stretch the truth. He built a whole alternate reality. And guess what? You were the villain in his version, okay? You could have been the one who loved him hardest, held him down, sacrificed your softness, and still, he told lies to save face, lies to protect his image, lies to keep control. And now, those lies are eating him alive. Because when he looks at you now, peaceful, glowing, unavailable, he knows he told stories, but you lived truth. Okay, so yeah, this card screams regret in disguise. So it's not just that he made things up, it's that those made up stories cost him a real one. Okay, so if you have been feeling like people don't know the real version of what went down, you're not crazy. You're not crazy because Spirit just confirmed it. He bent your legacy to protect his ego. Okay, so, but don't worry. Don't worry. That karma is spinning back around because now he is the one explaining why you don't speak his name anymore. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull your next card. Stay through the end because I'm going to break down the entire energetic frequency of this connection and tell you exactly how his own words are hunting him now. So let's do it. All right. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay. Right, so what is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? Look at that. 9 of Pentacles, baby. This is for you. This is Earth energy. The Pentacle energy does represent the Earth zodiacs, but I'm getting a clear message from Spirit regarding this 9 of Pentacle energy. Because I feel like there was a lot of distraction in this relationship connection, and I feel like you were distracted on purpose without your knowing by this man. And so because you didn't retaliate, because you didn't try to get revenge and put his name all over the internet, honey, Spirit is blessing you with this 9 of Pentacles energy. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm picking up. Okay, so listen, I love this for you. That's you, honey. That's Earth energy. That's luxury, independence, peace that can't be bought. And let me tell you something right now. This card came out just for you. This is not about him. This is about the reward you earned by not lowering yourself to match his dysfunction. Because let's be real, this man, like I said, he was a distraction in disguise, a detour dressed up like destiny. And Spirit just showed me that he distracted you on purpose. Not always consciously, but energetically, right? Energetically, he knew what he was doing. He didn't want you fully in your power, because a woman in her power is a woman who sees through games, okay? And he knew that once you saw through him, you'd walk away, okay? You'd walk, and you did. But here's the twist. You did not retaliate. You didn't smear his name, okay? And you didn't post long captions. You didn't clap back. You didn't give bitter energy. No, you elevated. You healed. You glowed quietly. And Spirit saw every second of it, honey, every second. So, and now this Nine of Pentacles is your divine payout. You're about to see blessings roll in your money, your home, your peace, your glow up, okay? Because you moved like royalty, even when he played you like a pawn, okay? So let me just say this. You won. You won. 100%, okay? So let me go ahead and pull your next card and stay all the way through this reading, because I'm going to break down the total energetic frequency of this connection and tell you what's really unraveling behind the scenes now that you're out of his reach. All right, so let's do it. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? All right, let's see what we got here. What is the energy, Spirit? Yes. Let's go here. Look, mask. Mask, not showing true feelings. Hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. Now, I wonder why this card would come out. Well, I'll tell you why the mask card came out. Let me just tell you, Spirit is confirming what you already knew, baby. Listen. Listen. Okay. Yep. You were never crazy. He just had a whole character he was performing. Okay. This man didn't just lie, he curated. He hand selected what version of himself to show you. The charming one, the wounded one, the deep one. But behind all that was confusion, control, and emotional manipulation, right? So yeah, he wanted to keep you guessing. Why? Why? Because when you're second guessing yourself, you are not in your power, okay? And the wildest part, he never stopped pretending. Even when things ended, even now, he's still performing for whoever's watching. Maybe even convincing himself that he didn't lose something divine, baby. But deep down, he knows he wore a mask, and you saw through it. You saw through it. So, and now he can't stand in your presence because your truth exposes his illusion. You loved him with your real face, okay? And he loved you with a costume. And Spirit, oh, Spirit took notes. Spirit took notes, okay? So, which is exactly why his energy feels blocked, stuck, restless, because you no longer respond to the character. You only respond to truth now, okay? So that is your final card. So we're going to go ahead and get into the total energetic resonance of this energy, and I'm going to break it down to you raw and unfiltered. All right, get your seatbelt, honey. Get your seatbelt. Get your popcorn or your tea. All right, let's do it. Okay, so This is the thing. Let me just say this. This man is in emotional lockdown. You were the safe place he never built for himself. And now that you are gone, he's facing his own emptiness with no mask to hide behind, right? Now the compass shows he knows you found your way. The ring shows that he knows he lost something sacred. And Uranus energy shows your detachment hit like lightning, sudden, shocking, irreversible. And that I want you card, okay, that was his truth screaming through the noise. But the problem is his mouth can't say what his soul feels because it would require accountability. It would require change. And that's the thing you changed. That's the thing you changed. He hasn't. Okay, now let's not forget the storyteller. He made up lies to save his ego. He twisted the narrative to keep control. But baby, your Nine of Pentacles, this Nine of Pentacles, that silence was louder than any rumor he ever told. And now the mask is slipping, and not just in front of others, but in front of himself. Because when he scrolls, when he dreams, when he spirals in silence, it's your truth he sees, okay? Not the version he painted, not the illusion he sold, but the woman who walked away without turning back. Energetically, you have detached, and he can feel it deep in his body, in his mind, in his spirit, okay? Because this ain't no unfinished business, baby. This was divine closure delivered with grace. No clapbacks, no chaos, just evolution, right? And now he is stuck in the echo of what he refused to value when it was real. That's the frequency, and that's the karma. Signed, sealed, delivered. Okay? Beautiful card too. This does conclude your reading. I hope this reading resonates with you and inspire you. And if it does, drop a comment below. I absolutely enjoy reading your comments. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hey Clarity family, welcome to your reading. Pile 3, your energy draws you here to the Green Aventurine plus the Moonlight card. Woo, let's talk about it, because this energy right here, it's emotional, it's spiritual, and baby, it's hidden. Because when the moon shows up, or if you're drawn to the moon, we're not just talking about feelings, we're talking about secrets, buried emotions, shadow energy, and stuff he couldn't say out loud, even if he wanted to. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this. Now, this is what I'm picking up here, and it's deep, and it's personal, okay? Because this man's whole relational blueprint, it's coming from his connection to a mother figure, okay? Because the moon represents the mother. She might have been too strict, she might have been too soft, but whatever it was, she shaped his entire emotional nervous system, right? So if he pulled away from you, if he sabotaged, if he couldn't let himself love you right, it's not because you were not enough. It's because he was still responding to someone else's emotional conditioning. So yeah, this man doesn't just hide feelings, he hides from his feelings, okay? And the moon is exposing that. He never learned how to say when things got real, because somewhere in his past, real love got tangled up with fear. Maybe it was smothered, maybe it was withheld, but either way, his version of love got twisted before you ever came along. Okay, and now you're sitting here wondering why he couldn't rise to meet your softness, your depth, your clarity. Baby, he never saw a woman like you in his childhood, okay? And that's why you feel like he loved you in silence, but sabotaged in real time, okay? This moonlight energy, it's a confirmation that there's more that he never said than he ever did. right? And so in spirit is letting you know it had nothing to do with your worth. Let me go ahead and pull your next card. And make sure you stay tuned, because I'm about to break down the next energetic frequency of this connection. So stay to the end, and trust me, this one's about to hit different, right? You've never seen his shadow self like this before, all right? That's what I'm picking up. So let's see. Let's get your next card in here. Thank you, Spirit. You have the Offering. All right. Let's see what else. And you also have a semi-sextile, which is an aspect between planets in an astrological birth chart. This is the energy of allowing, okay? A semi-sextile. All right. So let's see. I'm going to start here with the Offering card and tell you exactly what I'm picking up. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So listen, this one is sacred, because let me tell you something. This man knows that he didn't give you what you deserved. And now that you have pulled your energy back, he's sitting with his heavy knowing. You know, you were the blessing and he fumbled it. But this isn't just about regret. It's about what he wants to give you now, okay? But doesn't know how. There's this unspoken energy of, I wish I could show up differently. I wish I could offer her something real now. But here's the real truth behind this card. You were the offering. Your love, your loyalty, your patience, your energy. And he treated it like it was optional. Now, Spirit's flipped it. Now he's the one wanting to offer. But it's too late to hand you crumbs when you stepped into full divine receiving mode. Now, let's talk about this aspect that came through. You also pulled the semi-sextile. Like I said, this is astrology talk, right? Astrology talk for a subtle alignment, a whisper, not a scream. This is the energy of allowing, of a possibility, of almost ready, but not quite. And that's where this man is sitting. Almost ready, almost healed, almost aligned. But let me be clear. You don't wait on potential. So Spirit is showing you that he's learning slowly, but this is not your job to hold space for anymore, okay? This is the part of his journey he has to walk alone. So if you have been feeling his energy tugging at yours, it is because his soul is still trying to offer something. But what he's offering now, it can't afford your current vibration. Let me go ahead and pull your next card and stay through the end, because the total energetic frequency of this pile, baby, it is revealing what's really coming next for you and not just him. So let's keep going, okay? All right, so let's do it. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so let's go ahead and get your next card in here. See what we got going. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? You got just being near you is intoxicating, is what his energy is saying. So I'm gonna tell you what I'm picking up. Let's see. All right. Woo! You just pulled just being near you is intoxicating. Let me tell you something right now. Your energy is unforgettable. And not cute, not flirty, not, oh, she's nice. No, intoxicating. Okay, this man wasn't just drawn to you, he was consumed by you. Your voice, your presence, your glow, the way you see him, even when he tried to hide, the way you made him feel seen, desired, whole. It was too much for him because it cracked something open in him he couldn't control. Okay? See, some people get high off chaos. All right? Some people get high off chaos, but you're the kind of high that brings clarity. And that scared him. Being near you forced him to feel things that he spent years avoiding. And baby, when a man isn't ready to meet himself, he will self-sabotage the very thing that could have healed him. You weren't just a vibe, you were the mirror. And now that you're gone, he's chasing substitutes. But nothing hits like your frequency, because your present wasn't just romantic. It was soul medicine. And so he's still sick over losing that, okay? So let me go ahead and pull your next card. Stay locked in, because when we hit the full energetic frequency of this pile, you're gonna see why Spirit is saying that you were never the one lost, he was. Let's keep going. All right, so let's see. All right, thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? You got the beggar energy, dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Girl, was this man a scrub? Y'all know how the TLC song. What am I seeing here? Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm picking up. Y'all know how we do it. Okay. It is what it was, right? It is what it was. Thank you, Spirit. Listen, dependent on others to the exclusion of effort, girl. Okay, because that's exactly what Spirit is showing me. He had the nerve to show up in your life needing your light, your softness, your healing, but couldn't match your effort. So let's really talk about it. This is that you do everything while I do the bare minimum energy. That let me drain your energy, but not pour into you dynamic. And yet he still wanted access to your spirit, your body, your loyalty, your time. TLC said it best. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. And baby, Spirit is saying you already graduated from that frequency. He may have worn the mask well, but underneath it, there was a deep emotional and maybe even financial dependency, okay? He didn't want to build his own. He wanted to borrow your abundance. So, baby, this man got comfortable in your light, too comfortable. Because instead of rising to meet you, he leaned on you energetically, emotionally, maybe even physically. And now that you are gone, that void he feels, it's not just love, it's the loss of your effort, your consistency, your ride or die energy, okay? But you're not a crutch. You're not a healer on call. You're a divine feminine force. And Spirit, they snatched your energy back for a reason. So let me go ahead and pull your next card. Because baby, once we hit the total energetic frequency of this pile, you're gonna see why this man's next relationship won't feel like love. It'll feel like withdrawal, okay? So stay with me. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. All right, and you only got 2 more cards to go, all right? What is the energy, Spirit? the Temperance card. This says a whole lot, right? When the Temperance come through, you better know it. You like, look, boy, bye. Okay, honey, he know you are in your ease bag. Okay. Let me just say this. Y'all. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, you could see it pretty good. Okay. Listen, Linda. Do y'all remember that viral video that went around? Linda, that cute kid. He's like, listen, Linda, to his mom. Oh, anyway, I don't even know why I thought of that, but that video is so fun. Okay, now, honey, you pull a Temperance, right? And listen, this ain't just a card, this is a season. And baby, it's yours. Because when Temperance comes through, it means one thing. You have mastered the art of not reacting. You don't chase. You don't prove, you don't beg. You sit, you align, you attract, okay? This is peace that don't need an apology. This is balance that wasn't gifted, you earned it. After all the gaslighting, the confusion, the mask, the imbalance, you choose you. You chose stillness. You chose a spiritual luxury. And now you know what you like. You know what you deserve. And anything less, it doesn't even move your nervous system. Okay, so while he is out here restless, pacing, scrolling, second guessing, you're in your ease. Your energy's expensive now. Okay, your time is sacred and your soul's not available for rent. Temperance is divine confirmation that your peace was the prize all along, okay? And now you are wearing it like it's custom made, because it is. So let's go ahead and pull your final card and stay right here, because after this last card, we're going to go straight into the total energetic frequency of this pile. And I promise, it's going to explain everything he's feeling, but will never say. So let's do it. All right, let's see here. What is the energy as it does relate? Is coming through. You got coffee cup. Meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. This is the energy you have, and this is the energy that he misses. The coffee cup energy. You always been able to lift this person up. It's like that first sip moment. You know what I mean? If you drink coffee, it's like when you have that first sip. That's the vibe you give off, and that's the vibe that he can no longer experience, because it ain't nobody like you. So now what happens when you drink too much coffee? You do what? You crash. So where is he at now? Where is he at now? Okay. You were that soul-soothing, heart-opening vibe, elevating presence. You didn't just show up, you lifted him up. Every time he was low, confused, and tired of his own reflection, you were the cup that refilled him. Let's be real. Let's be real, baby. Right? You were his calm, his sigh, his soft place to land. Okay? But what happens when you drink too much coffee? You crash. And that's exactly what he's doing now. Because now that you are gone, that warm feeling, that deep conversation, that emotional clarity you gave so freely, it's gone. And nobody else hits the same. He's out here trying to sip from other cups, but they taste watered down. They don't hit his spirit like you did. They don't carry that sacred vibe, that softness wrapped in strength. And now he's spiraling in the after effect. Because once you have been loved like that, you feel the absence in your bones. You feel it in your bones. Let's go ahead and get into your total energetic frequency, because this connection, oh baby, it changed him, even if he can't admit it, even if he never says it. Let me break it all the way down for you, okay? And I tell you, I'm gonna give you the raw, unfiltered energetic frequency. Here we go. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Sit back, put your seatbelt on, because this is about to hit a little different, right? Okay, so what I am picking up here is this. You were his soft awakening. You didn't just love him, you lifted him. Like that first sip of coffee in the morning. Warm, grounding, essential, okay? You became his peace in a world full of noise. But the problem, he never matched your energy. He was used to taking, not tending. And instead of rising up to meet you, he leaned back, got comfortable, and drained your light without ever pouring into it. The moonlight showed us that, the shadow. The moonlight showed us the shadow, emotional wounds tied to a mother figure, unfinished healing, and a heart that hid instead of held. The offering proved it. It proved it. Spirit knows what you gave and how little you got in return. And just being near you is intoxicating came through because your energy isn't common. It's magnetic, it's healing, it's sacred. But the beggar showed up. And let's be honest, this man got addicted to your light while refusing to build his own. And now that you're gone, he's crashing. He's crashing from the high of your love, crashing from the ease you used to bring, crashing into the hard truth that nobody else tastes like you. The Temperance card closed it with grace. You are now in your peace era. You're balanced, aligned, not angry, just unavailable. And that coffee cup, that was the final blow, because he knows what it felt like to sit across from your energy. And now he knows what it feels like to never taste that moment again. You were the healing. You were the warmth. You were the calm after the chaos. And now you're the one that got away. Not because you ran, but because he stayed stuck. And Spirit is protecting you from ever circling back to that kind of lack again. And your next love, it's gonna know how to hold you without needing to break you first. And so beautiful, Pile 3, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading resonates with you and or inspire you. And if it does, drop a comment below. I absolutely enjoy reading your comments. I am sending you lots of love and good energy.